Welcome to the Christian Success Show, the show that helps you achieve more success in every area of your life. I'm your host, Wes Young. Thank you for joining me today. The Christian Success Show is brought to you by Christian-Success.com. Visit Christian-Success.com to join the community and check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve big success in specific areas of your life. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-Success.com/coach. Now, let's get started with today's show. Today's show is about what matters most, and this is a very important thing to talk about and to think about when you're talking about achieving more success and trying to figure out the right things in your life to work towards more success in, and to help make sure that you're on the right track and trying to get success in the right areas. There's a book by Hyrum Smith that's titled What Matters Most, and while it's a good book, it's not his best book. I recommended one of his other books on the episode about the top success books. There's nothing wrong with his book, What Matters Most, but I like the other one better. But the important thing here is that the title of this book, What Matters Most, is a very important thing that we're going to talk about, as I mentioned. In one of his books, Hyrum Smith gives an example that I call the I-beam example, and I'm going to walk you through this because it's really going to tie in to what we're getting ready to talk about here with what matters most. He wrote about the I-beam example before the attacks on the Twin Towers, so it was a long time ago. And what he wrote was that if you had an I-beam, which an I-beam is a large metal beam that if you look at it from the end, it kind of looks like an eye, but they're very, very strong, and they're probably about 12 to 16 inches wide when they're laid flat. And if that was laid down on the ground and you had to walk across it, it wouldn't be a big deal. You'd walk across it and for any reason, not a big deal. But if you took that same I-beam up and you put it up from one of the Twin Towers to the other, and you're thousands of feet in the air, and then say that it was a little bit windy and a little bit of rain was misting, and then the question is, would you go across the I-beam? Well, obviously, if you didn't have a good reason to go across the I-beam, you wouldn't, because you're risking your life. You're thousands of feet up in the air. It's a little bit windy. The I-beam's probably a little bit slick because of the rain. So, most people wouldn't go across the I-beam without a very good reason. So then the next question was, what exactly would you go across the I-beam for? Would you go across for $10? Would you go across for $20 or $100? And most people wouldn't. They wouldn't risk their lives for that amount of money. And then, you keep pushing the number higher. Would you go across for $1 million? Well, some people might, but most people probably wouldn't. They wouldn't trade their life for any amount of money. But then let's take this a step further, and what if something that you held very dear to you was at the other end of that I-beam? What if one of your children were across there, a young child, and they were getting ready to fall? Would you go across the I-beam to save your child? Well, if you have children, most people would go across the I-beam to save their child. And this is not about judging what you would or wouldn't go across the I-beam for, because that's not really important. No one else can tell you what you should value in your life. But what this does bring out is everyone, or just about everyone, does have something that's so important in their life that they would cross that I-beam for. They would risk their life for. And that's what you need to think about. You need to think about, what would you cross that I-beam for? Because this can be a very powerful thing. There could be more than one thing that you would cross it for. And you should you should understand what those things are, or who those people are, and why you would cross that dangerous I-beam in that dangerous, death-defying situation, what you would cross that I-beam for. And this is important because when you can identify what matters most in your life, it can help you when it comes to achieving more success. When you can identify what matters most, it helps you focus on what's most important. Now, I want to ask you a question, and I think you really should spend some time in answering this. Is whatever you want more success at the most important thing in your life? Once again, no judgment. It's not important to me how you answer this question, but is whatever you want more success at right now the most important thing in your life? Because if it's not the most important thing in your life, this might be one of the things that's holding you back from achieving the success in areas that you want. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that achieving success in some area of your life should be more important to you than the things that you might cross that I-beam for. But I also want to point out that you can have more than one very important thing in your life. Your life has room for more than one important thing. Now, when you say the most important thing in your life, if the most important thing in your life is more success, that's fine. But I know most people, success is not truly the most important thing in their lives. They might say that it is, or they might act like it is, but it's really not. I want to use myself as an example here. Success is very important to me. I have success goals in many areas of my life, including success goals for my family life, success goals for my church life, success goals in my personal life, business success goals, financial success goals. I want success in a lot of areas of my life. But even though financial success is important to me, it's not as important to me as my family. I put my family first in all things. And once again, I'm not passing judgment on anyone else or telling you what should be most important in your life, but I want to point out that there's room in my life to put my family first in all things and to put God first in all things and still have success and work for success in other areas of my life, like business and financial success. So, when I ask you to identify and write down the things that you would cross that I-beam for, those are the things that are probably at the very top of your priorities in life, and that's good. But then, next, you need to list the things that you're trying to achieve more success in. And then I suggest picking the one thing that you listed under the things you want more success in that's most important. I'm not saying it's more important than the things you'd cross that I-beam for. What I'm saying, though, is that it's the most important success item you're working towards right now. And then I suggest that you focus all of your time and effort that you spend working towards success on that one thing at first. Once again, there can be many more things than just one important thing in your life, and you can be working towards success in more than one area. But if you're struggling to achieve the success you want, it could be because you're not placing enough importance on the one thing you're trying to be more successful at, or it could be that you're trying to be successful in too many different areas at the same time. So one strategy to work beyond that and start achieving success is to stop trying to focus on so many different areas in your life and focus on one. Once again, you don't have to focus 100% of your time and energy on becoming successful in this one area. Your life has time for the most important things in your life and time to work towards what you want to achieve success in. Let's say you want to achieve more financial success. So you set aside an hour a day to work towards more financial success. You figure out that you want to start a side business. You pick this side business, whatever best fits you and what you want to do and what you know and your experience, and you learn how to take the steps to get it started. And then you spend an hour every day working on that. You learn more about what you need to learn. If you need a website, you learn how to buy a domain name and set up hosting and set up WordPress and start your website. And then you learn how to grow your website and grow the traffic to it. And you continue to work on this every day until you build more success and you learn more. And then once you've got that area of success rolling, maybe you start adding a second area that you want more success in or want to achieve more success in. So, to wrap up, remember the I-beam example and spend some time thinking about that. Think about what's most important in your life. And then spend some more time thinking about what's most successful in your goals to achieve more. What area is most important for you to achieve more success? And then what do you need to do to bring you closer to that? Once you know what these things are and what is most important and the most important area of success you want to achieve in life, then you can spend more time focusing on what's most important. I want to sincerely thank you for joining me today. I know that you have plenty of options on how you spend your time, and it's an honor you're letting me help you achieve more success in your life. God bless you. Don't forget to check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve more success in specific areas of your life at Christian-success.com. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-success.com/coach. Have a blessed day.